EC Concrete is its home, its family, and it always will be.
Greg Sr. was an interesting man. He was a driven man. His goal was excellence in all things. He never accepted no for an answer. You saw that when he showed up on a job site.
He always believed in 100% wasn't good enough. It's 150%. He didn't ever expect that of anybody else without showing that he could do it himself.
My earliest memory with EC Concrete is actually right on the other side of that wall. It was in '92, so that was 20 years ago, so I was 10 years old. My dad had just gotten this office, and he laid down in there, and I'll never forget, he just kind of took a deep breath and, blew it out at the ceiling, and back then, it just stuck with me, and I didn't know what it meant, but now, kind of knowing what he was thinking about back then, he was basically saying, this is it, it's all on me. I was home from college. I think it was maybe my third year in, and it was for Christmas or Thanksgiving break. All of a sudden, I just had this epiphany that I was going to come home and work in the family business and be around my friends and family. Early on, the memories of my dad were the big cell phones.
In those days, Greg came to work in shorts. That was what he was known for.
I appreciate the fact that he was always a straight shooter. I appreciate the fact that he was always genuine, and I love his love for life.
My dad had just made the move to this office, and I was young, and I remember we had a cake, and there was a celebration, and I didn't quite understand at the time what it all meant, but I knew that if there was a cake and we were celebrating, that it must be a big deal.
We were learning. In those days, we were getting into heavier commercial concrete work. I remember us doing our first tilt-up job in the late 80s, and not too long after that, we did our first high-rise hotel and kind of took off from there.
We're very versatile to the type of work in the marketplace. So that's allowed us to get good at many types of construction techniques. We prefer commercial or high-end residential. Some of the techniques and the scopes of work that we do are tilt-up construction. We're able to go vertical. My dad found a niche when a lot of these condos started being built, not just here in Jacks Beach, but also Fernandina Beach, of being able to build cast-in-place vertical structures.
We'll get a lot of repeat business. A lot of that has to do with our field people, our field supervision.
To make employee safety a top priority, we have a full-time safety director.
So I know how dangerous the world of construction is. It's my goal to make sure that each and every one of my friends goes home safe at the end of the day.
They stay with us because they know that they are truly cared for at EC Concrete as an employee.
When I first met the Schwarzenbergers, I knew that this was something, because a can-do and never-quit attitude that was carried over into an office, that everybody worked as hard to be able to play as hard, which is huge. I mean, you don't usually get that.
We're very passionate, we're very responsive, all of us, from the office staff to the field staff. We always try to approach challenges with a positive mentality here.
The fact that we've been able to stay here under this name for 20 years is, to me, tells everybody in this business that we've been challenged, we've overcome those challenges, and we're ready to move on to the next opportunity with any client.
EC Concrete is tried, true, and tested.
And it's very obvious that he truly loved every single person that worked for him.